You might feel like you're carrying a weight nobody else can see, a burden so heavy, so deep, it presses down on your soul every single day. You suffer in silence, but this suffering isn't random. It's not punishment. It's a sign that you are chosen for something far greater than the world can understand. The pain you endure quietly, the battles you fight alone, are all part of a divine process. You are not suffering because God forgot you or abandoned you. On the contrary, the silence around your pain is a sacred space. It's where your character is being forged, where your spirit is being purified like silver refined in fire. The suffering you endure is the shadow side of greatness. Before the dawn breaks, the night is always darkest. And you, chosen one, are in that night. It's hard because no one can truly see your fight. People expect you to be strong, but they don't realize how often you fall apart behind closed doors. They admire your resilience, but they don't understand the tears that come when no one is watching. They see your courage, but they don't feel the fear that grips your heart at midnight. You suffer silently because your journey is not for the faint-hearted and not for the crowd. The world misunderstands the chosen. It mistakes silence for weakness and solitude for loneliness. But this silence is your sanctuary. It's where you connect with the divine, where your soul finds healing and your purpose becomes clear. You suffer in silence because God is teaching you a language only the heart can hear. It's a language of faith, trust, and deep, unshakable hope. Often, chosen ones suffer in silence because they carry burdens others cannot carry. You are entrusted with secrets, visions, and callings that the average person cannot comprehend. To share these with the unprepared would invite judgment, misunderstanding, or even rejection. So you guard your heart, your dreams, and your pain with silence. You walk alone not because you want to, but because you must. This silent suffering separates the chosen from the crowd. It's a sign that you're being prepared to lead, to heal, and to shine in ways others cannot. Your pain is a filter, a refinement that strips away anything that isn't divine. It makes you sharper, wiser, and more powerful than you ever imagined. In this silence, you are becoming unbreakable. Remember, many great spiritual warriors endured seasons of silent suffering. Their struggles were invisible to the world, but those struggles paved the way for their triumphs. They didn't quit when no one was cheering. They didn't give up when the nights were long and the days were cold. They kept pressing forward, trusting that their suffering had a purpose far beyond their pain. There is a mysterious power in suffering quietly. It builds resilience that no public applause can give. When you suffer in silence, you develop strength in your soul that others can only dream of. This strength doesn't come from shouting or complaining. It comes from enduring, persevering, and choosing faith when despair whispers loudly. You might wonder why God allows this pain and solitude to persist. Why does the chosen one have to walk this lonely road? The truth is, the path of greatness is rarely crowded. It is a narrow way, often misunderstood, and sometimes even rejected by those closest to you. This isolation isn't cruelty. It's divine design. By walking this path alone, you learn self-reliance on a spiritual level. You learn to listen to your inner voice, the voice of God, more clearly than ever before. When external distractions fade away, your connection to the divine deepens. The silence becomes your teacher, guiding you towards your purpose. Many chosen ones describe this period as feeling lost or abandoned, but it is actually a sacred invitation. It calls you to look inward, to heal hidden wounds, and to grow into the person you are meant to be. You are being shaped like clay on a potter's wheel, sometimes squeezed painfully, but always crafted with intention and love. This silent suffering also protects you. When you carry unique gifts and spiritual power, you become a target for jealousy, misunderstanding, and even spiritual attack. The solitude shields you, keeping your true strength hidden until the right time to reveal it. You are in a spiritual cocoon, preparing for a magnificent transformation. One reason you might suffer silently is because you have learned to trust only a select few. People around you may not understand your journey or the depth of your experiences. Sharing your pain with the wrong people could lead to betrayal or damage your spirit further. So you choose silence as a shield. There's also a profound humility that suffering in silence breeds. It humbles the soul and prevents pride from creeping in. You are reminded daily that your power comes not from your own strength alone, but from a higher source. This humility prepares you to wield your gifts wisely and compassionately. You might feel lonely, but remember that many souls are walking this path quietly beside you, even if you cannot see them. Your suffering connects you to a sacred brotherhood and sisterhood of chosen ones throughout history, those who also suffered alone before rising to greatness. This silence teaches you patience. It reminds you that timing is everything. Your breakthrough will come, but only when you are ready. The universe waits for you to finish this private work of the soul before unveiling the next chapter of your life. During this silent suffering, your faith will be tested like never before. Doubts may creep in. You might question your purpose, your worth, and even the divine plan itself. But these doubts are necessary. They are like storms that clear the air, making room for fresh, pure faith to grow. So if you are suffering in silence right now, know this: you are not alone, and you are not forgotten. Your pain has a purpose. Your silence is a powerful statement of your inner strength. Keep holding on to faith. Keep walking the lonely path, because on the other side of this quiet storm, your destiny awaits. You are being prepared to shine brighter than ever before. The world is not ready for the full power of the chosen one yet, but soon it will be. And when that time comes, your silent suffering will turn into a roaring victory that echoes through generations. For now, let your silence be your strength. Let it be the soil where your roots grow deep. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, weaving your pain into a masterpiece of purpose. The chosen one suffers in silence because the journey to greatness demands it. Embrace your solitude, cherish your quiet moments, and never forget that your suffering is a sacred part of your rise. You are stronger than you realize. You are more powerful than you know. And your silent suffering is the beginning of a divine awakening that will change everything. The silence you endure is not empty. It's filled with unseen battles and spiritual warfare. Many chosen ones don't just suffer from worldly troubles, but also face invisible enemies trying to break their spirit. These forces attempt to steal your peace, distort your path, and discourage your heart. But your silent suffering becomes your armor, a shield forged by faith and resilience that protects you from these attacks. This hidden struggle makes you stronger, even if it feels like a lonely fight. It teaches you to rely on divine strength rather than human approval. The more you suffer in silence, the more you develop spiritual muscles, endurance, patience, and unwavering trust in God's plan. It is in the quiet moments of your deepest pain that your greatest power is being born. Often, the reason chosen ones suffer in silence is because they carry a higher frequency, a vibration that not everyone around them can match or understand. This vibrational difference causes separation from others, even those they love most. People might distance themselves because they sense your energy but cannot relate to it. You become a lighthouse standing tall in a sea of confusion, misunderstood but unwavering. Your suffering is part of a purification process. Just as gold is refined in fire to remove impurities, your soul is being purified through trials that strip away false beliefs, toxic relationships, and limiting thoughts. This process is painful, but necessary. It prepares you to carry your spiritual gifts with clarity, wisdom, and humility. Many chosen ones describe this phase as the dark night of the soul, a period when everything seems to fall apart before it falls into place. It's when you feel most alone, most vulnerable, and most questioned. But this night is temporary. It's a spiritual rite of passage that all chosen ones must go through before rising to their full destiny. You might also suffer in silence because the world around you is not ready for your truth. When you carry divine knowledge, wisdom, or gifts that challenge societal norms, it's natural to face rejection or criticism. Sharing your light too soon could bring confusion or opposition, so you hold your silence, waiting for the right time and the right audience.